Good morning, everyone. Oh, look at my pin chat now. That's awesome. Good morning. It is 11 a.m. here, and I hope we're. Good morning, everyone. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, look at my chat now. That's awesome. Okay. Sorry. The last thing I want is to hear myself while I'm recording. Okay, so I want to share my screen though, and I apologize. Let me just go over to the launcher. I usually use share. See if this is going to share. Okay, good. I usually go over to the I usually do this on private. So I don't usually stream live right from Zoom. So I apologize if it's going to take me a second to get us organized. Okay. I didn't want to keep you a long time. I know it's Sunday and I know everyone is decorating their trees and doing all that stuff. But I did want to go through quickly about setting up either one of two things, either setting up for your product, whether you're doing tote bags or you're doing towels, or I mean, I guess you could put mugs in your gift or your puppy packs, but typically people either use towels or they use tote bags. I want you to learn how to do that yourself. I don't want you to pay for printing. If you do, I want you to know how to do it. And I want to give you two options. There's also Vistaprint. They're all really comparable in price. So I'm going to show you the print on demand, because the nice thing about that is you can also, if you choose, send that over to your WordPress website or your Facebook page. Typically, you have to connect to something. So if you want to sell product on your Facebook page, you're going to want to run it through WooCommerce, which is WordPress, or Shopify. I am strictly looking at WooCommerce and Facebook integration today. I am not looking at big e-commerce setups. I don't think a kennel needs that. And my experience with, I have seen kennels who do, kind of swag with their logos. I'm not sure what their sales are like, but I can't imagine they're very high. At the end of the day, I mean, it's great to have your logo on material that you're putting in a puppy pack for free, but to get people to buy your logo, I'm not quite sold on that. Having said that, you can certainly do breed specific little, gift ideas for people. So we have that on our shop. I'm going to show you our most popular items. I don't think you need to do more than 10. I'm not here to tell you how to run your kennel. You can do as many as you want, but ideally, you're first and foremost, you're a kennel. Second, you have a little bit of swag or you have a little bit of product. Okay. So obviously the benefits of personalizing your bags, that is, it's super important. And the last couple of days I've been looking at our Instagram and I've been looking at our pilot project people who are starting next week in classes. And, I look at their following and stuff, they actually have more than we do. And so I'm like, wow, well, how is it that we literally have a 1.5 wait list with paid deposits on our dogs? And other people are really struggling to get, quality parents who know their breed, know what they need, and who's, why are you struggling so much to get quality applications on the regular basis? I mean, we get 1 or 2 a week. We don't approve everybody, obviously, but we do still get a fair amount of applications every week. And I said, we still have a 1.5 year wait list. So, with paid deposits down. So I think part of it is that our parents are super active. So that's really helpful. And we're super integrated with them. The other thing is, I think, the traffic to your website. So we get a substantial amount of traffic every day. And I mean, on a daily basis, we get about 500 visitors a day. And we have for well over a year. So I think at the end of the day, social media is critical. But when I look at, our program versus one of our participants, the only thing that's really different from ours to theirs is the SEO and the traffic we're getting to our actual direct website. So keep that in mind. So the more that you can, kind of promote your own website, your own program, the better off you are. So it creates residual marketing. Breeders don't like that word, so we will call it reputation. So it creates residual reputation because at the end of the day, that's what good branding and good marketing is. So it creates residual income with breed specific products. Residual means you're not going to get rich. It just means that you're going to have a little bit coming in, maybe on the monthly basis, probably more likely on the event basis, like certain holidays. Obviously, Christmas is a bigger one, but it's a benefit. So I always see it as if we pay for a health test, like we're an Amazon affiliate. If we pay for a health test a year, that's a benefit for us. So take that as you'd like, but it also increases SEO. So WooCommerce, when you set up a product and you do up your SEO correctly, it actually feeds to Google Shopping. So when someone's looking for, in this example, a corgi mug, excuse me, then, it's going to come up and it leads people to your website. And then that's where obviously you promote the fact that you are a responsible breeder, and all kinds of good things can come from that. So that's obvious benefit. In Canada and the US, and I'm going to focus on the two, there is a third, which is Vistaprint. But for these two, primarily because the one thing Vistaprint doesn't do as of yet is integrate with your website. So you still have to go and manage your orders. These guys, everything is streamlined. When you get an order on your website, it goes into their program. You hit submit order once you make sure you've got your payment, and they do all the work for you. So it's a little bit more streamlined than Shopify or than Vistaprint. I will say that Vistaprint just introduced their kind of wholesaling. So I would say probably we'll keep an eye on that, but in the next year or so, they will probably do very similar because it's a huge market. So for us today, we're going to focus on Printify. Okay. Printful, I'm going to go through the benefits, but Printify has the largest selection of items. And I said, I'm going to show you our best sellers. I don't think you really need to carry everything, but they do have the largest selection of products. So you can take that for what it is. They're very easy to design on. And I'm going to walk you through the design process this morning. By far, much easier to learn than Printful. Printful is annoying even for a designer. Their interface just is not as smooth. A downside with Printify, if you're in Canada, they only show prices in US dollars. So you really do have to do your conversions. And you have to be aware, make sure that you're talking about the US dollar conversion as of today. You have to keep an eye on that. Shipping is expensive with Printify. You can opt for, adding that to the shop so that when people check out, they have kind of the sticker shock. Or what we've opted to do is just incorporate the pricing together and make one flat fee. So it's free shipping, but it's actually incorporated in the price. And that way, if someone's looking at a, $8 mug and they get to check out and it's all of a sudden it's $30, they're not getting floored by surprise. Instead, they're paying $30 for the mug and they know it's coming right to their door. So we're all about transparency. We're about transparency on our website about our prices of our dogs. I just recently heard a program, and the trainer was on talking about what you say to people when they say your dogs are too expensive. I don't know. I just kind of thought it was silly. At the end of the day, people don't say that to us because they don't email me and ask me questions about my price. It's on our website. I have seen on forums where someone will say, oh no, they're like, their dogs are way too expensive for us. That's okay. But I don't ever have to deal with, how come you're so expensive? That question doesn't get asked. I'm very transparent with our pricing. We're transparent as to why we have that price. And that's that. So anyway, back to Printify. And again, my idea today is that you're going to either use this for your puppy packs and do your own, do your own designs, buy your own product, or at most you're gonna put, 10 products on your website, and you're gonna have a little bit of residual income for it. So because of that, I am recommending that you do the free. So free, and we're going to go into Printify. Free is perfect for smaller stores. The premium monthly is $29 US a month, but it's really good if you have a big order. So if you're going to buy 100 towels, because you get 20% off if you have a premium account. If you're going to do towels, or you're going to do a big group of mugs, or I don't know, you're planning to do, 100 totes, then for sure, pay your $30 US for that month. Put your order in and benefit from the discount that you automatically get. Otherwise, you're not going to get enough orders to make it worthwhile. If you find you are getting enough orders, so I'd say at least 25 orders a month, then you would, be able to benefit from the discounted premium monthly pricing and be able to discount your product a little bit for your parents. Premium plan, it's about $408 Canadian. That's based on the current exchange rate. Again, I would not recommend that a kennel who's just doing their own product pay that. On the Printful side, they have a much smaller selection of products. They do have all the basics. So they do have the mugs, they do have totes, they do have, towels. So they do have everything that we'd be talking about. Benefit, you can actually change the software to show in Canadian dollars. And they have a flat shipping, which is pretty straightforward. Their products aren't necessarily cheaper, but it is a nice benefit to just be able to see what you're actually paying right off the gap. And they have a free option as well. Their Premium Pro is 15 Canadian, which gives you a few more access. Their Plus is 65. They do not have a discount on product like Printify does. So they kind of balance out. And then $7.15 per year, and again, Canadian dollars. So, and that's a pro account. I don't think anybody in this market needs to have any of this stuff, but I did want to put it out there so that you know what you're getting into in terms of pricing and items like that. So, okay, so we have our print shops. This is where we're actually going to decide what we're selling. We're going to design the product on here. And then, of course, your next question to me is, how do I get designs, Angelique? I'm not a designer. Okay, so for that, there are two primary areas that you can buy what are known as SVG files, and I'm going to walk you through Creative Fabric, but you can certainly shop on Etsy if you want. And Etsy, you can get artists who will give you their design for a couple bucks. So if you really like a design, you can just buy the design from a graphic designer on Etsy. But Creative Fabric, again, for general product is perfect. You can set up a free trial that will give you 10 free graphics. They also have a current Black Friday sale, and it's $4.99 a month, so it's $60. really cheap. There's a host of product on there. I'm going to stick with the easy way. We're going to go with Creative Fabric. If you've got a kennel and you're just designing a couple things, you can probably get away with just using their free trial. Go pick 10 graphics and then you're done. You're good. So that's where we're going to go. And I'm going to show you what to do. And then choosing what to carry. So I actually went this morning and looked at our shop, and I took the top items for us this year. And again, I'm a designer by trade. So, you know, setting up a store for us was easy. We also have a lot of resources for our parents. We do have a relationship with a trainer in the UK. We have training books. So I try to give them as many resources as I possibly can. But these were our top of the year. So we had a really cute little Merry Christmas special delivery pillow. Actually sold a few of those. Mugs are popular. They're always going to be popular. The two that we have that probably sold the most was, you know, something says, it actually says Border Collie owner, like a dog owner, but smarter. Sorry, guys. And then another one about how they are going to be with us every step we take. Ornaments are popular. I will caution you on this. If you're going to do an ornament, please do a standard one. You're going to find it really hard to do custom graphics every time there's an order. So pick something that is fun or whimsical. People really do like cartoons. I don't know why I use that one as an example, but because that's a custom ornament, but you get the idea. And I'll show you how to do that. Again, a love mug with a Border Collie, Agility Border Collie. There's a Best Dad tumbler. That t-shirt was a play on the Mega Pint. I don't know if any of you guys followed Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but that was something like, between my Border Collie and a Mega Pint, everything's going to be all right. And then one of our most popular things this year that we sold the most of was this little silly tote that says "Talk Herdy to Me." So that gives you an idea of what people, you know, I have a ton of products. Again, I do this for a living, so it's easy for me to sit on a Sunday morning and do a bunch of graphics. I don't think a kennel needs to do this. I just think if you guys have some basic stuff that's breed specific, that you find cute, that your owners will find cute, that's really all you need to do if you're going to sell product. Okay. Most popular for the parent packs, hands down, a tote bag. They're super cool because you can put all your stuff in there for the parents. Towels are popular. We have towels in our bags. And then travel mugs. It can get really expensive. So we kind of do a percentage based on the sale of our dogs. And that's what I would recommend with you guys too. We make sure that our puppy packs stay between $100 and $150. You know, again, you have to really look at your costs and the increased cost of veterinarian and everything that can happen with breeding. You do want to make sure that you're not getting too obscene with your product. And when you get into sweatshirts and you get into clothing, it gets really expensive. So they might be nice, but very hard to put in your puppy pack. Can you do a t-shirt or a sweatshirt on your website? Sure, of course you can. And you know, I'm saying I don't recommend doing your logo, but if you want, you can. I just have a hard time with someone paying $60 for our logo. You know, it's entirely up to you. It's not for me to tell you how to do your business. I'm just going to show you the tools to do it. So we have our printing, we have our shopping. We now know where to find the graphics for our product. And the last thing is going to be, how do we create a graphic for the product that we've chosen to create? And the answer to that is Canva. Those of you who are joining me next week, you are gonna get to know Canva very, very well. I will also do a free class on Canva and how to use it. It is invaluable if you're not using it already. It is invaluable for reels, for your puppy announcements, for your pairing announcements. It pretty much takes away the need to have a professional graphic designer. I haven't even used Shopify, and I do this for a living. I haven't used Shopify for a couple months. Unless I am doing a CBG or something really specific, I don't go into Adobe that often. Super reasonably priced. They do have a free month trial. So when you sign up, you'll get 1 month free. You'll definitely have time to be able to do your puppy packs and get your stuff done. And then, whether you use it ongoing for your social media, I don't know how people do it without it, but it's super reasonably priced. I think it's $17 a month. So I love Canva. All right, so now we have all our tools, and we're gonna go back and we're just gonna start at the beginning. So I'm gonna take you into Printify. Printify, you would set up, you can log in with Google. I recommend creating a Google account. To be quite honest with you, all of your social media should be on one channel. Otherwise you get lost. You forget what password is what, and it just really becomes a little bit of a disaster. So, okay, so we're over at, sorry, I just wanted to check and make sure there was no questions. We're over at Printify. So you create an account. It is free to create the account. Okay. And then you'll see here, this is where your catalog is, right? So if you're looking for, let's go to totes. Where's bags? So there. Okay. So this is the tote that I use pretty much all the time. It's actually a nice tote. I've had people buy them from us that aren't even our owners. They've always come back and told me it's a really good quality. I actually have one in the car. I should have probably brought it in to show you, but they're really nice bags. They're not particularly huge, but they're a nice size bag. So we use this quite a bit. And it's a bestseller, which also tells you that, there's not a lot of complaints from the print company. You're not going to have to worry about people complaining about quality of printing. As long as you're doing the printing, you're putting the correct graphic on there, then you're going to be pretty confident putting your logo on this and knowing that it's a quality tote bag. It's not cheap. It's not super flimsy, but there are others. So you can always choose, and you can always look at price. This one is quite expensive in terms of a puppy pack. I'm going to walk you through that one, but you're going to see the difference. So, right now it's like $10 without Printify Premium. And then when we get into shipping, we'll see the difference. So your Canva tote, but there's a whole bunch here to pick from. So you can go with little ones. You can go with bigger ones, entirely up to you. If you click into them, they will give you detail. They will tell you exactly what size they are. So 15 inches by 16. So you do want to make sure that you have an idea what that price or what that size is. They do have a picture here of what it looks like size wise. So that could work. Okay. So you're going to pick your product. Okay. Now, if you are doing our program and you choose to do the print on demand edition, it will include up to 10 custom products. So if you do that package, I will do all your graphics for you. I will send them over to you for approval first. And I will set up your store. I will set up your Printify, and I will connect it to your website. If you're on our program, great. If not, you do not have to be on the program to take this, but you do have to have a WordPress website. So that's the integration we're using. And so that's what I need you to have. I will set it up on your WordPress. I will set up WooCommerce, which is the e-commerce portion. And I will also connect it to your Facebook page. So you have a shop on your Facebook page. Okay. If you're doing this on your own, I'm going to walk you through how to do this. All right. So let's take the tote bag first. So we've now picked what we're going to design, and you want to click on Start Designing. Okay. And it's going to give us a really detailed graphic to go with. So it's telling you where the bottom of the bag is, and it's telling you where your margins are. Okay. If you look over here to the right-hand side, it actually tells you the print size area. Okay. So this is what we need to go over to Canva. Okay. Actually, let me just take you one other place first. I don't know why I have all these windows over. Let's go to Creative Fabric. I just want to show you what the options are. So let's search for poodle. Okay. This is also really great space if you're looking for logo graphics that are not kind of what you see everywhere. If you want something that's standing out a little bit, then I would definitely suggest you go over here. Okay, so here's a bunch of poodle graphics, and you can see the perfect dog, poodle. So if you pick something you like, right, you can download it, and it'll come on a zip file, and you'll get the PNG file, which is really the file that we want to use. Okay, so I'm not going to download it, but I'm going to show you what the files look like when they come in. So there's some really pretty stuff on here. You can do mugs. Again, you can do dog bowls. They have some really nice ceramic dog bowls. They're expensive. They're about $50, $60 Canadian, but they are really pretty. So if you had something like a watercolor clip art, and maybe you customize it with their name, you just need to be careful about customization, because you will have to create a new graphic every time you place an order. Okay. The other thing is you can just do generic. So, and then add a graphic of your breed. So I'm just going to put in dog mom. There you go. So you're going to find a whole bunch of generic things. So, and then you could just, you could have a picture of your little poodle right along here if you wanted, right? So the ideas are limited, or unlimited, I should say. And you'll see here, someone's got a t-shirt, and there's another one. All I need is coffee my dog, right? So they don't have to be breed specific. I do find that if you're going to have a store, it probably should be breed specific for you, because it's your breed. And but again, entirely up to you. Actually, we sell this one. It's just a really simple. I like minimal. But here's Bernese mountain dogs, right? Really pretty. So entirely up to you what you want to do with your bags or your towels or whatever you're putting in your puppy packs. I would say think it through, look at some designs, have a plan going in, and have a cost. Make sure you know exactly what it's going to cost you to do it. Okay, so let's assume we downloaded one of these, because I have a ton on my computer, so I do not need to, but I do need to remember that $29.25 by $58.50. So I'm going to go over to Canva, and I'm going to go home, and I'm going to have to move my thing. Okay, and I'm going to create a custom size file. So 29 by 25, 5,000 by 50. Great new design. That's going to open up a square for me. Okay. And that's the margins I'm working on. I'm going to upload. This is a new account. I wanted it to look much like yours while going into it. So downloads. You'll see I was working on stuff, and I have a lot of downloads here. So, okay. Sorry, let me just find something that will work. Okay, let's put this guy in here. I'm sorry, everybody's in my way. Here we go. Open. Okay. I'm going to open that. So here we go. So let's just say, for example, this is your graphic. Okay. And you can play around with this. You don't have to worry too much because we're in Canva about the margins. You're actually going to get margin assistance on Creative or on the Printify website. But let's just say that is your graphic. Okay. And let's just center him. There we go. There's the center. Okay. I want to download this and I already know it's the right size. Okay. So I want to download it. I want it to be quite high quality. So I'm actually going to move it up one. Okay. And I'm going to show you why, because printing documents. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. Sorry. There we go. Download. Okay. Up one size, and you want to select transparent background. Not going to matter so much on white product, but it will matter if you've got a colored mug or you have a colored t-shirt. You don't want this just stuck on there like a sticker. You want it to actually look like it belongs on there. So transparent background and download. And there we go. Good. Okay. So once you've got your graphics, and I would suggest that you do this in order. You pick the product you're going to do, you create your graphic, and they don't have to be on the same day. You can do that in various days. Then you're going to go to Printify and you're going to print your product. Okay. I'm just doing it all at one time so that you have something to refer back to. So once you've got your product up, you can just go to My Library, or you can go to Custom. This is going to give you the opportunity. There we go. Opportunity to see your last creation. All right. And there is, and I'm going to move her up so that she's not. Okay. And now I'm going to resize her just because I want her. I don't know why I'm saying her. I guess it's a her poodle. There we go. I just want her to sit in the margins. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm assuming you can. There's a little, sorry, I'm moving around here. Got a lot of windows open. I think my computer's lagging a bit. You can see little dots, right? You want to keep whatever your design is, you want to keep it in that area. Okay. Now to do the other side of the bag, super easy. You are just going to take it and you can just with your mouse, turn it around. Okay. Well, and move it down. And you want to make sure, obviously, you want to make sure that you're even, and you'll see your margin line there. Sorry. Just moved it ever so slightly. There we go. You're going to want to make sure that it is the exact same on both sides. Okay, there we go. Good. All right. Once you've got that done, you can actually hit preview. And it's going to show you the bag you created. Okay. If you're doing mugs, and we can do another one here. If you're doing mugs, if you're doing anything like that, they actually have some really nice mock-ups. So you won't have to do your mock-ups. You don't have to worry about that. It will actually feed it to your website. Okay, so now we've got the product. I like the way it looks. If I didn't, I would go back to edit and I would change that, right? Make any edits I want, but I think that looks good. We're going to hit save product. Sorry, my youngest dog is licking my feet. Okay, Tessa, stop. I stubbed my toe yesterday and I think there might be a little blood this morning after my shower. So she thinks it's funny. I'm sure she's trying to be helpful. Okay, so here you want to do your title. So if you're just doing it for your puppy pack, you can title this whatever you'd like. It's not really going to matter. If you're doing this for your website though, then you're going to do a detailed title of what it is. You're going to want to use some of their product information because you're going to want to be able to tell that to the parents, but you're also going to want to put a SEO friendly description of your product on here. Okay. When you scroll down, scroll down. Am I stuck? Oh no, I'm frozen. Am I frozen on my live? I'm hoping I'm okay with the live. Go back and, oh, there we go. Okay, it's moving. All right. We're going to scroll down and you're going to see here your price. So this is your cost. Okay. Right. So it's $15 US. You can do the conversion on your calculator on your phone, or you can just go to Google or ask Alexa, whatever you want. If you're selling on your website, I know just by looking at the products and knowing these products very well, that the shipping on this is about $10 US. So automatically your cost is going to be about $25 US. So your retail is going to be, obviously, if you're going with a 40% markup, you're going to want to change this to 34. And sorry, guys, I can't get in. Oh, look there. Something, there we go. Obviously, we don't want it to be 344. There we go. It's going to say your profit margin's higher, but we all know it's actually not, because you're paying for shipping on top of this. And then you're just going to scroll down and product visibility in the store. So depending on the store you are sending this to, right? You're always going to want to show what's in stock, but if it's sold out, because that's best for optimization. And then if it's Etsy, which the store is connected to Etsy, so you're going to do product title, description, whatever it is, and you're going to hit publish. Okay. So that's going to publish right to the store that you've already set up on your WooCommerce. So if you are doing your own, you can set up your WooCommerce on WordPress, integrate this, and then it will go seamlessly. I can do another class on that because it's a little bit more technical. But for now, we're just talking about product and how you create product to get it to your store. Okay. There's your product. So for me, I just want to show you what you need to be mindful of. We're going to create an order. Okay. And we're going to create with this product that I just made. Sorry, guys. I need to get my dog off my feet. Okay. So if you're doing this for your puppy packs, and let's say you're anticipating, I don't know, 25 puppies for the next year, maybe year and a half, depends on your breed. We actually have about 30 to 35 puppies a year, just because we have a large program between two provinces. So, but if you can do this, you can do 10, doesn't really matter. But you're going to choose how many bags you want for your program for that year. And again, I'm a little bit lagging. I really hope this live is okay. If not, I'm going to come back and do a recorded version. Okay, so here we go. And then we're going to go to shipping. And oops, I'm going to use my business address. And it doesn't even look like anything's filling up here. There we go. Okay. And calculate my shipping. There we go. All right. So you'll see, and the nice part about this is that if you do one product, it's like $10, but each additional product, I think on the totes is about $3 for shipping. So you always benefit from multiple items. I will tell you this too, if you're going to put, swag on your website for sale, I would highly recommend that you package stuff. So you do mugs of 2, you do 2 travel mugs. That will dilute the cost for your parents or, the people that are buying the product. And it's going to make it a little more manageable for them and a little easier for you. You're probably going to sell more because it's not so outrageous when it comes to shipping. If you're lucky enough to be in the US, your shipping is really fair. Canadians are incredibly jealous, but if you're not in the US, then you're going to have to suck it up, as we would say, and no apologies. Okay, so right now we know exactly how much this is going to cost us. We didn't pay anyone to create our graphic for us. We didn't pay to do any of that. If you are wanting us just to create a product graphic for you, it is $30 per graphic, and we're happy to do that for you. But that is the cost if we're just doing graphics for your swag. There's your total, and then you can hit fulfill. You're going to send it to yourself because it's your puppy pack product, right? So that is that. Sorry, I'm just coming back over to, I can get over there. No, I can't. Wow. I really hope this is, I should have probably put you guys on my phone. Okay. So that is the overview, how to get this stuff done. You can do it by yourself. You really can. I'm a big fan of taking control of your website, taking control of your marketing, not being at the mercy of other people to do your basic stuff, not being at the mercy of paying, top dollar for everything because you're paying wholesale plus you're paying, all of these different things. Having said that, sometimes it's easier for people to do it for you. There's no question. Your time is money too. So you have to take that in consideration and you do have to decide. We do have our print on demand setup. I have done it for promotional pricing. It is an add-on to the Breeder Accelerator program, or it can be a standalone. So you do not have to be on our Breeder Accelerator program to get it, but you do have to have, it is mandatory that you have a WooCommerce website. So it is $2.99 until December 10th. And that includes up to 10 custom graphics. I will do the graphics for you depending on your breed and depending on what you're asking for, what you'd like to do. And we will set up your puppy packs product, and we will also set up your store if you're going to add 10 products to your store, and we will connect it to Facebook so people can shop on your Facebook page as well. So that's entirely up to you, but it is an option. And I will do another shorter version of this, talking about how to connect WooCommerce. If you're doing this yourself or you're going to try and do this yourself, I will do up a class on how to connect WooCommerce to Shopify. Fairly straightforward, but we'll do that, and we'll actually do another class about Amazon affiliate and why you really should set up that account. Again, it becomes a residual income. It's not a ton of money. You are not going to get rich, but it will offset some of your costs as a breeder. And I said, sometimes, like, we usually pay for one health test a year out of that. So it's helpful, right? It benefits. So I will walk you through how to set up an affiliate course, and then of course show you how to do resources on your website where you can link to, for example, the food you're feeding your puppies. We do a very detailed email at about week 6, I guess, with everything that they're currently using. We use DHA supplement on our food as well. So we give them everything. We say, here, there you go. We also have a bunch of resources that are free for them and free for everybody. On the Breeder Accelerator program, we have, a recipe for toothpaste, which we send home in every puppy pack. Super easy and super cheap, and probably the best toothpaste out there for puppies. So yeah, so we do that information, or we do that information for our parents. I do get a ton of requests, I'm sure you guys do too, about gates and puppy playpens, and what is the best one. I've learned from experience, and this is maybe breed specific, I'm not sure if it is. It probably isn't. I don't particularly like the graded grails, and the reason being is my puppy's teeth get stuck in it, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys what it's like when a puppy's teeth get stuck and they scream. And I have 4 dogs in my house. The anxiety goes to 5,000, and all of a sudden I have dogs fighting each other because they are anxious about what's happening to the puppy. So I do not use them anymore. I use baby gates that they can't get their teeth stuck. And our whelping boxes obviously don't have that concern, but when they get older and they start playing in playpen areas, or in my area here, it's quite large and it's gated everywhere. So I use baby pens. I don't use crates until they're old enough not to get their teeth stuck in there. Because it's not fun. So, those are recommendations that our parents are constantly asking for. Dog beds. I've probably been through all of them. I know the best ones for our breed, because our breed is, they like to dig. And so a lot of dog beds don't survive very long. So I do know the ones that survive for us. So, our parents come to us for recommendations. So we have that. We have it on our website. It is linked to Amazon, and we do get I think it's 9% commission on it. And over time, I said over the year, we might get $100 out of that. We buy a health test, or we, buy something for our girls, and we just throw it back to the program. So anyway, all right, I'm done. I hope everything was pretty straightforward. I'm here to answer questions. And you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can send me a message for sure. I will leave a link to the website. I will leave a link to my email address in the video that way. And I will also link every product. So I will put the links in the bottom for Canva, for Printify, for Creative Fabric, and for Printful. So we didn't look at Printful strictly because I said I think their actual template to do the setup is nowhere near what we just did with Printify. So I don't really give it to beginners, because I don't like their template system. My dog is up on the coffee table. Get down now. Okay. All right, everyone, have a good Sunday. We are going to carry on with decorating and hopefully getting our Christmas tree up. I stubbed my toe last night and I didn't want to do anything else. So we're good. But everyone have a really great Sunday, and I will see you soon. And my pilot girls, we meet on Tuesday.